apple. Anything at all. If this mic is what you are doing, the basic shape of this mic can be divided in so many shapes. So it's a very long rectangle. Then, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting Art and Design Studio session 1, lesson 1. And this lesson is very important because it is the foundation of everything you learn in art. Of course, I'll give you some drawing tutorials after the lesson, so keep watching. So let me ask you one question. Are all these things art? Why do you think so? As you watch this lesson, keep these questions in mind. What is art? In our daily lives, we all come in contact with art. We see art at home, in schools, on our streets, in churches, marketplace, and palaces. But one thing you must know is there is no definition of art. Why? Because we consider art is influenced by time, culture, place, and history. That is why different scholars give different meanings to art. So some common ideas about art. Even though art has many definitions, scholars agree on one common idea. Art communicates ideas, art expresses emotion, art imitates nature, involves beauty, art tells history, uses communications, art involves creativity, and can be realistic or abstract. So when you see an artwork, ask yourself, what is it communicating? What feeling does it give you? Now let's look at art in the Ghanaian context. In Ghana, there's no single word that means only art. Here, designs and crafts are also considered art as long as they serve a purpose. For example, baskets, pot, jewelry, stools, and fabrics. In Ghana, art is the way of life. As I always say, art is life. Everything about us is art. We use art to solve our daily problems, preserve culture, and communicate ideas. Now let's observe these artworks. This commonland sculpture, found in the northern region of Ghana. Can you describe the activities in the work? What do you think about the material used to produce the work? What emotion or feeling does the work express? This very one is by Philip M. Amono, naming a child. Would you consider this work as realistic or abstract? What do you think about the material used to produce this work? How does the composition tells you about the culture of the people? This work is also by Kofi Antibam, one of the renowned artists. Can you describe the activities you observe in the work? And what material do you think the work was produced with? And what suitable title would you give to this work? Now let's look at this last one. Ebusia Hua literally means family bowl. What type of work is this? How are the shapes arranged in this work? What do you think are the uses of this work in the community? Now let me give you a trick. When you look at an artwork, observe these. 1. The colors, the shapes, lines, texture, form, and then the composition. These elements helps us to understand the meaning of the work. Now let's summarize. Art has many meanings. There's no one single definition of art. Art communicates ideas and emotions. And in Ghana, art includes design and crafts. And art is part of our daily life. You always flow with art. So let me give you an assignment. Look around your home or community. Write 3 things you consider as art and explain why. Now let's look at the drawing tip. Anytime we are drawing any shape at all, just look out for the basic shape of the object. Now, for instance, if you are drawing a football, the basic shape of it is what? A circle. So you draw a circle. So out of this circle is where you are going to draw your football. If it's a cup, the basic shape of most cups is either a square or a rectangle. So this is the basic shape of it. Then if it's a rectangle too, this is the basic shape of it. And then if the cup is having an handle, we just have to create a shape for it. The basic shape for it is the basic shape of the cup. If it's an apple, The big shape on apple is what? A circle. So you draw a circle. Then out of the circle, you draw your shape. From it, get your apple. Anything at all. If this mic is what you are doing, the base shape of this mic can be divided in so many shapes. So it's a very long rectangle. Then you divide the top, and out of it, you gradually draw what you see. Now you make sure that you look on the object 80% and on your paper 20%, so that you can draw exactly what you see, not what you think. Some of you draw and about 80% your head is down looking at the work, looking at your paper, without looking at the object. So at the end of the day, you'll be drawing what you think is correct, but what is in front of you is a different thing all over. So always make sure you look at the object 80% so that you can draw exactly what you see. The baby shape of it is always very, very important. Forget about the color, forget about the details. After getting the baby shape, then you can continue on work. I'm Jason Appah. See you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the next lesson. I'm out.